Hello guys, well, welcome back to my channel. I've just finished work, so I wanted to do another video and I wanted to give this guy another chance, Vince Ebert. Um, I did like his stuff. I'm a bit of a sciencey, nerdy kind of guy. The first video I watched, it was pretty average to be quite honest. So I just had a couple of people send me this video, so I'd like to see this. Maybe just even the scene looks a bit brighter and that sort of stuff. And anyway, let's hope he does a lot better. He's got his website down there, so anyone who doesn't know this guy, please check him out. Please support him. Okay, there's very few German comedians that can break out of Germany and be successful. So hopefully we like this one. So let's get into it.
Oh, we Germans are fascinated by stupid rules, aren't we? In our train stations, innocent smokers are forced to stand in small yellow squares painted on the floor in order to keep the non-smokers away from the poison. That's about as intelligent as dividing a swimming pool into a peeing and a non-peeing section.
That's so true, because if you're a smoker these days, you've got to walk around with a cowbell, and everyone looks at you as like you're destroying the earth. And it's funny in Manila because you got all the old jeepneys, you got all the old buses and all that sort of stuff. And if you're having a cigarette on the street, they come past and they're coughing and covering their face and all that sort of stuff. And then an old jeepney comes past and goes, and they don't even bat an eyelid.
No, I really love America because you're such a proud nation. In the US, you can keep a suicidal person off from jumping just by telling him, "Sir, you can be proud to be American." If you did this to a German, he would jump before you can finish the sentence. I really love America, the American way, always asking, "How are you?" I mean, they don't care, but they do ask. And the answer is always, "Thank you, I'm fine, I'm great." In Germany, "how are you" is not a common greeting phrase, it's a specific medical question. "How are you?" "Oh, don't get me started. I have problems with my left kidney, my back hurts, I have sore throat, pretty sure it's cancer." A small talk is not our thing in Germany. We meet someone from America at a dinner party, and after 5 minutes we ask him, "What the hell were you thinking when you killed all these Native Americans?" That's our idea of a relaxed dinner conversation. Now, we always wanted to get to the bottom of things. And maybe that's the reason why we have so many excellent scientists. 100 years ago, German physicists figured out that light is something in between a particle and a wave. Who gives the shit, Americans say.
It is very interesting that, you have a look at Nobel Prize winners, Germany's well up there, same as Israel. And then, you look at all the Middle East countries, which, traditionally used to be up there so high in the sciences. Now they don't have anything.
We just want to light up our rooms. Such an approach is way too superficial for us, because we wanted to know exactly what light is. Therefore, the German Max Planck developed quantum physics, whereas the American Thomas Edison only invented the light bulb. To be fair, without this invention, we would still be sitting around a candle watching Netflix.
See, that's a much better joke. That's a really good setup. And then just at the end, he took us away from it and then makes the absurdity of it. I like that joke. That's a good one. Very clever.
German mentality is deeply shaped by the spirit of Goethe's Faust, the desire to understand whatever holds the world together in its innermost faults.
That's another thing I love about German. I don't know, what did he say? Good as Faust. And then there's this massive explanation about what the word means. I was watching, oh God, I can't remember the German actor, the Austrian actor, who's in Inglourious Bastards. and he has all these words, and then he gives you the definition of the word, and it's just crazy, you know, like it's a man walking through a forest pondering his life, and he hears the sweet trickle of water, and it's just one word. I really love that.
And I felt this desire too. When I was 10, I took my canary in its cage outside during a thunderstorm just to check if Faraday was right. And he was. The bird wasn't struck by lightning, it died of a heart attack. Anyway, an American friend of mine said, yeah, I know a lot of...
He could have added on that the bird died because someone was smoking in a yellow box. That would have added an extra layer to that joke, but I like the joke.
Our people don't know anything about evolution, and maybe it's because of our bad education system in America. Yours in Germany is much better. And I don't think it's true. I think we just have a different approach. In America, they say we go to school. In Germany, we say we go into school. So, we Germans enter our school buildings, Americans just hang out in front of them. And maybe that's the difference. And don't get me wrong, also in Germany, there's a big lack of scientific knowledge. 45% of all German high school students believe that Voltaire invented the battery. I want to spend a year as an ampere in France. We Germans are afraid of everything. Of stem cells, nuclear power, fracking, genetic engineering, you name it. If the Germans had ruled the world 1,000,000 years ago, our health and safety regulations would have prevented the discovery of fire.
It's not too bad in Australia either. They'd have a sign. Like we have signs that say, beware of this sign, because it's sharp. Beware of this sharp sign.
We are so full of fear. Before we go on holiday, almost every German takes out a Reiserücktrittsversicherung. The most important insurance in Germany, travel cancellation insurance. Almost every German has it. We book an adventure trip to the cannibals in South America, but only with a Reiserücktrittsversicherung. Otherwise, it would be way too risky.
I heard not a German comedian, but I heard another, I think he was American or might have been South African comedian. He was talking about how he always likes to go on adventures, and he always wants to go wherever the hell where nobody else is going to go. So he'll trek for eight days to get to a place that no one has ever been for 500 years. And he says every time he gets there, there's a German couple naked.
One of the first 3 words German babies learn. Mom, Dad, Reiserücktrittsversicherung. Of course not. Mom and Dad come way later. And the 4th word is Fahrvergnügen, joy of driving. And this is very interesting, I think. Driving our cars is probably the only activity we Germans enjoy danger. When an American has a death wish, he strangles a bull's testicles, sits on its back, and tries to ride it for as long as possible. We Germans invented the Autobahn instead. Cars are our holy cows, because it's our constitutional right to go on a family trip in a Volkswagen with the speed of a cruise missile. Okay, it's a little bit of a cliché, I know. Not every German is into cars. Last year I flew into New York and at the border control, the officer asked me, "So, you are German, what's your favorite car?" And I said, "Sorry, officer, I don't care much for cars." And all of a sudden he looked at me very suspiciously. "You don't have a favorite car, so you can't be German." "Sorry, sir, not every German." "Put your hands where I can see them." Actually, it was a very relaxed routine check, about 5 hours, and forget what you heard about waterboarding. It's actually not that bad. It's a Porsche, a Porsche. What model? 911.
All right, there we go. So there's Vince Ebert. That was a much better set. Like I said, I think he's starting to get the nuances in English from the first. I don't know when the first video I watched, maybe it was 8 years ago or a couple of years earlier than this one. But he seems to starting to get the nuance between, you know, telling a joke in German and he's really starting to get across the differences. And yeah, that was a hell of a lot more funny. I particularly like the Faraday cage joke. That was well set up. But like I said, he could have added to it and said that the only reason why the parrot died was because there was a smoker in a little yellow box next to it or something like that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. I copped a bit of shit from a few people about my Michael Mittermeier, but I just tell it the way that I see it. If I don't think something's funny, I'm not going to pretend that it's funny, just for the fact of that. But yeah, this was a lot better, and I wanted to give this guy another go because of the science aspect. I like that kind of humor. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again with another video. See you later.